Hey y'all, welcome to a Saturday Suds on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. Alright y'all, so this week I've not got a beer club brew. I mean I do, but I'm not doing it. I'm doing something a little different. We've been doing dark beers all this week, and I have had this beer in my fridge for a long time. This is a brew that my little brother picked up for me in E-Town, Kentucky. And it's the only one that I did not review, and I held on to this thing because it's something a little bit different. Now, it's actually not very dark. I mean, it has a darker hue to it, but it's not a porter or a stout. It's something from the New Holland Brewing Company. I can't remember where they're out of. Where are they out of? New Holland, Holland, Michigan. All right, New Holland Brewing Company out of Holland, Michigan. This is a Dragon's Milk Solera. It's a foeder aged ale. All right. All right. So previously, I have tried a couple of Dragon's Milks, and they have been bourbon barrel aged. All right. So this foeder aged ale. It's spelled F-O-E-D-E-R, but it's pronounced foeder. This foeder aged ale, basically what it is it's an oak barrel or an oak or a wood tank is basically what it is. But it's not aged bourbon or anything. It's strictly made for this brew, is my understanding. This stuff is brewed, is put in these foeders to age, and what happens is they pull beer off and replace it with other beer. So you've got mixed aged beers in one barrel, is my understanding of how this goes. That's what this Solera means. Little bit confusing to me. I had to go online to kind of look up the words and stuff they were talking about. It's a 10% alcohol by volume. This pull, it said on the website that the brew continues to age and get better with age, pull after pull out of the foeder. This is printed on here, pull 1. And it was pulled on July the 21st of 2020. So this is actually a 2-year-old brew. It's a 10% alcohol by volume. My understanding is any brew that is above 8% ABV will continue to age and be okay, as long as it's kept cool and dark. Well, I've had this thing in my refrigerator more than a year now. My little brother picked it up for me. I ordered it online from the liquor, what is it called? The liquor barn up there in E-Town, Kentucky, I think. But they have all kinds of beer and stuff. My little brother told me he was going up there. I ordered it then, and he picked it up for me. And this stuff has just been sitting in my fridge since then, basically. So hopefully it'll still have a good taste to it. It says on here, aged in a series of American oak foeders using a blending technique known as Solera, nuanced flavors of caramel, toffee, and fig create an experience made to be savored. This legendary ale will continue to evolve from each pull from the foeders, becoming more complex over time. So what that tells me is as they continue to pull from the foeders, the beer that's in there will continue to evolve, not necessarily once it's bottled. That's my understanding. All right. So we're going to try this Dragon's Milk Solera, a foeder aged ale, today on Saturday Suds. All that information, I tried to glean everything I could to give you information on it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's got a beautiful, rich, gold-colored dadgum. Look at that. That is beautiful. Just a dark amber color. Look at that. Beautiful tan head. I'm actually getting a very, very light oak aroma coming off that head. Man, that has got the most beautiful color. Now the brew itself, once it's in the glass, is hazy. But man, pouring it off in there, it's got just the most beautiful amber color. So it's a darker brew, but it's not a porter and it's not a stout. And it just calls it Dragon's Milk Solera, a foeder aged ale. And that's something I'd never heard of, and you know, it's been sitting in my fridge for over a year now. I'm getting a slight oaky type aroma coming off the head, and I will swish this bottle next. It's got just a little bit left in it. I don't know if it's got any cinnamon in it or not. I can't tell. Of course, the head is, I mean, some of the finest bubbles I've ever seen. Little bitty, teeny tiny fine bubbles in the head there. At least on the top. They're a little bit more coarse around the edges, but on the top, it's just very, very fine bubbles. And I can detect the caramel that it was talking about on here. Caramel, toffee, and fig. I get the caramel. I get the sweetness of the caramel in the flavor of that head. A mild oaky aroma. Just very, very mild aroma coming off of it. But the flavor, the sweetness caramel, I can taste in that head there. Alright, let's give it a good swish, see what we'll come up with. It's 10% alcohol by volume, y'all. Yeah, well, shoot, I got most of it. There's still a little bit of something other down there in the bottom. Yeah, didn't get it all, but whatever. Anyway, Dragon's Milk Solera. Alright, so it is a darker brew. It's not completely dark. It's not burnt motor oil dark or anything like that, but it's got floaties in it. You know, after giving it a good swish, I see floaties in it. It's just a dark, dark amber. Almost it's brown. It's a brown beer. And that head has the sweetness of a caramel sweetness big time in the head there. Alright, y'all, so this Dragon's Milk Solera is for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for the work that you do day in and day out to provide for yourselves and your families and pay your own way and supporting our economy and not depending on our government. Y'all work hard just like I do, and I just want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all. Cheers, brothers and sisters. It has a very, very unique flavor. Alright, it's 10% ABV, but I do not get an alcohol flavor at all. It is very unique in flavor though. I can still taste the caramel, but it's not as sweet as it was in the head. But I'm also getting fig, toffee. I don't really get a toffee flavor, but I do get a subtle fig flavor, along with a mild caramel flavor as well. It is very, very pleasant. It's still got good carbonation in it. Okay, so the Dragon's Milk I've had before have been bourbon barrel aged. This, from my understanding, this foeder barrel, this foeder wood tank that they use, has not had bourbon in it. It's just an oak barrel, basically a giant oak tank. is what they use. That's my understanding. And then as they age the beer, they pull some off and bottle it, and then they replace it with new beer along with the older beer. And what I've got here is from pull 1. And I got to tell you, you know, this first pull was in July of 2020. Here it is 2 years later at a 10% ABV. What I'm getting is a mild caramel flavor and a mild fig flavor as well in the beer, and it's delicious. It's just very, very smooth and delicious. I mean, remarkable. Still has good carbonation, good flavor. Dragon's Milk Solera. If I have to score this beer, I'm going to score it an A. Easy. It's real close to an A plus, y'all. It has got just a delicious, smooth, even flavor at a 10% ABV. I'm scoring it an easy A. It does not have any kind of deterrent flavor in it at all. It is not. Now, the head had some sweetness in it, but I'm not detecting sweetness in the body. I'm getting the caramel flavor and the mild fig flavor, but it's not overly sweet, which I've had beers in the past, you know, the body just has a sweetness in it that almost turns your stomach. It's just almost too sweet. This does not have that. It's very, very smooth and delicious. The flavor is very even and controlled. The flavor is very controlled. I mean, I don't get the toffee, but I get the caramel and the fig in it, and neither one of them are overbearing or anything like that. It's very good. This is very good brew. Easy A in my book. If you get a chance to try the Dragon's Milk Solera. Now, my understanding is that they do different pulls from these foeders. As the beer ages, they do different pulls, and some of them may have a different alcohol content, but it is that the flavor evolves as they do different pulls off these foeders. This one in particular was pull 1, and you know, it's been 2 years since the pull was made, but dadgum, this stuff is delicious. At 10% ABV, it is absolutely fantastic. Easy A. Easy A. If you get a chance to try some of this stuff, don't let the opportunity pass you by. It may be a little bit expensive. Being at 10% ABV, you may have to give $20 for a 4-pack. I would give it. I would give that. I mean, easy. It's just delicious. All right, y'all. That's been a Saturday Suds this week. I'll be back next week. I'm going to do another Modelo Monday next week, so y'all stay tuned for that. I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. If you like the videos, there's a little beer mug right there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm here every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for you. Sometimes I do some extra days and special occasions, stuff like that, but I'm always here 4 days. I'd love to hear from you. I'd appreciate a subscription. And just let me hear from you, man. If you've tried some of this Dragon's Milk Solera, what did you think about it? I'm really impressed with it. And of course, I like the other Dragon's Milk, but they were stout in the bourbon barrel aged. You know, you could really taste the bourbon in them. This does not have that bourbon flavor at all. It just has a smooth, delicious, even flavor that is not like anything I've ever had. So, hey, if you've tried it, let me know what you think about it. All right, I'll be back next week. Y'all stay tuned. Take care. Cheers, brothers and sisters. That is, I mean, I can't believe how good that is. I can't believe how good it is.